Hello friends, I'm going to show you how to graph in Desmos. I like Logger Pro because you can actually add units to Logger Pro. That's the one thing I found that you can't add here, and it doesn't do quite as nice of a job, but it still works. It's great for math stuff. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to label our axes. We're going to go up to this little wrench in the top right of the screen where it says graph settings. When you hover over it, you're going to click in there. Then you're going to label the x-axis, whatever your x-axis is. In our case right now, it is diameter. And you're going to put in parentheses the units. I measured in inches. Then you're going to go to the y-axis, and you're going to type your label for that. In this case, circumference, and I measured that one in inches. So now I have my axes labeled, and you can see that the y-axis up here in this center top of the screen, it says circumference, parentheses, inches, and diameter on the far right of the screen where it says diameter in inches where my mouse is. If you want, I like kind of turning on projector mode just because it makes it a little bit easier so you can see those words bigger. So then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click the add item button right here, and I'm going to add a table. Then you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard to add data. I'm just going to add some random data because I don't have actual data right now in front of me. So there are some data points, and or some x values, which would be my diameter. This is the one thing that I don't like about Desmos is I can't change this x1. At least I haven't figured out how to just label it diameter. And same thing with the y-axis. I can't just change that to be circumference like you can in Logger Pro. So anyway, I'm going to add some data up here. So there's my data, and you can see that I can't see it all on my screen. So I'm going to go to this plus minus over here right underneath the graph settings, and I'm going to hit the minus to zoom out to where I can see all of the data. Next, I'm going to do my line of best fit. So you have to type in y1 just like you have up here. If it was y2, we'd have to type y2. So I'm going to type y1. Then there is a button to the left of the number 1 on your keyboard. I'm going to hold down the shift button and hit that approximate symbol. Then I type in m for the slope. I type in the x1, which is up here, so I type in x1 plus b. And that gives me my line of best fit on the screen. It also down here, it gives me my m value right here underneath parameters and my b value, which is my y-intercept. If we zoom in on this, at what value does the y-axis and the line of best fit cross, which is about 0.95 right here. So that's what that y-intercept is telling me. I'm going to zoom back out. Now, oh, you can hold down on this if you want. You can hold down on that little button over there, maybe. I just had it. Anyway, there we go. And I can change the color of that line if I want, and I can change it to be like a dashed or dotted line. So you can also change that stuff. Now I need to write my equation. Just like in the Logger Pro video, we don't want to write just y equals 2.81x plus, oh, I forgot to do something. Too far. So I'm going to go to this box, I'm going to click add, and I'm going to click note to type my equation. I want it to be a note, not another equation. So just like in the Logger Pro video, we don't want to just put 2.81x plus 0.95 or 9.94. I don't know what this means. 0.94 what? 0.94 humans, 0.94 dogs, 0.94 cents. I don't like that. It doesn't tell us anything. Like if I go into McDonald's and ask, hey, can I get 2.81? They're going to be like, 2.81 what? Or if I go into McDonald's and ask, hey, can I get Y? They're going to be like, huh? They're just going to stare at me. Or if I go anywhere and ask them just for, can I get X? Can I get 2.81X, please? They're just going to stare at you and wonder what you are doing. So I'm going to write the labels. The Y, that stands for what did you label your Y-axis? We labeled our Y-axis in this instance circumference in inches equals 2.81. This is another part that I like about Logger Pro. It gives you the units of your slope. This one doesn't. Remember, slope is the y-axis divided by the x-axis. So it has the y-axis units, which is up here in inches, divided by the x-axis units, which is also inches. Then instead of x, I'm going to write in what I labeled my x-axis, in this case, diameter. And finally, I'm going to hit the plus in 0.94. That is the y-intercept, so it has the y-axis units, so 0.94 inches. And that would be our equation of that line of best fit with actual meaning behind it. Now I know this is circumference, diameter, and all that information. That is about as best as you can do in Desmos that I've found. I'm not super familiar with Desmos, besides I just Googled this and took about 5 minutes to learn it. So if you have any other questions, Google might be your best friend, or send me a message and I'll try to Google and figure it out for you. Other than that, have a great day.